What's going on, guys? This is Eagz. This is me live coaching Haidou, who is D3 at the moment in NA. He's climbed a tier in like maybe a matter of weeks, I guess, with my coaching and obviously him being able to apply the stuff. So it's a massive credit to him. He's absolutely popping off. And in this game, I'm live coaching him against a Lee Sin. Now, in this game, his mid lane, his bot lane, isn't really the hottest. Also, his top lane is 1 in 5 in this game, but he still ends up winning the game through the moves like I kind of help him to find, and we're going to kind of like talk about them in this video. Now, for the first like 10 or so minutes, it's actually going to be a lot of the live coaching. I've kind of like condensed it down into the highlights. A lot of the early game is in here, so hopefully that's really useful to you. And by the end of the video, I'm actually just going to quickly go back through the moves and why I told Haidou to do some of them, which is actually what I went through with him after the actual live game. If you guys actually do want coaching, guys, one-on-one, pretty much like guaranteed climb. I don't know how you would not climb like even a tier after even just like a couple of hours with me. That is linked down below. Make sure you join the Discord, and then you can just DM me. You can like at me or something. Just contact me via Discord, and you also have Patreon there. So if you, it's just like indirect coaching. You'll get access to all of the coaching sessions that I do, but unfortunately, you won't actually get the hands-on one-on-one coaching with me. But yeah, you can still easily climb divisions and tiers if you're able to apply the stuff we talk about.
I feel like he's definitely gonna want to path top.
Yeah, we'll see.
Probably start on blue.
Don't worry about like what is it, like basing and stuff. You can even think of going in late here because you and a Pantheon hard win. You just need Syndra to move up.
Invade?
Yep. Because he has grass, right, the Jax. If he had tempo, it'd be different.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You guys should have gone on like 120, but it's whatever. You just sit here. That fucking man. Garfield the cat.
You got too much lasagna, man.
Of your lasagna. Right, let's go. Here we go.
Perfect. It's mine.
So here, because he's not here, what's your clear
Take
after
his
this?
Raptors.
Yeah, and then what?
Krugs.
Very good. Don't show on that wave. Wherever the wave is, you're good though. Nice. What does that mean? Oh my god, that's so AIDS.
I think he flashed. Okay. I don't know if I show on the... Yeah, I don't. Okay.
You can't kill, you can't kill. Don't show, don't show, don't show!
Okay.
See, that's the same thing you did, bro, in the other game. Like, you can't kill that guy.
Wait.
I know it looks
I
easy.
felt like I could.
I know it looks like maybe easy. Yeah, okay. But, like, he's gonna hit 3 so soon, and he's got a wave. And you're showing, and you're gonna lose your bot side here. So if I'm you, like, I'm thinking of just running to my red buff, like, after blue. Because you got to lead on Lee Sin, Haidou. This is the thing, man. You got to lead on Lee, so why not keep it? So run to red, run to red, run to red. Ping on the way to red buff. Yeah, good. Baraka just want to try as well, so you can even ping that. They won't, so you can do it. Good. Have a look mid lane for me. Like, while you move over here, like, look at mid, see what's going on. Right, okay. Yeah, good. There he is. Right, ping. Ask for help. Good shit.
Easy.
Think about what you're doing next, so in your head you've got red buff.
I need a back.
Play your bot side here. Just trust me and do it. Play Crocs.
Right.
Or Raptors, yeah, either or. What's your first buy? Are you going Dirk or Gore Drinker?
Definitely Dirk.
Okay. Because what I want you to do, I want you to run top after this. I don't want you to have any counterplay on your bot side here. You could have recalled and ran straight top, which is still good.
Yeah, but then he invades.
Yeah, your bot side is like the counter, right? So think about where Lee's going to go out of base. So he's probably already somewhere on the map, so try to think about it. Honestly, I think he's on top crab, but yeah.
Okay.
Just recall here. See what I mean? Like, you can go top, bro, and like try to... See, there he is. Okay, now he's pathing bot.
Yeah, he was.
And see now, like, how he doesn't have counterplay on your bot, so... Good chillin', bro.
Yeah, he's got this warded.
Go to his Raptors, by the way.
Sure.
So you see, like, how when you think about Lee, you just find the best moves, bro. Like, he's not gonna, like, make the best moves himself, and you can just punish him. You can gank the Jax Haidou, but it's closer than you think there. And he might just queue out, right? Or fucking, like, maybe you kill him, but, man, like, it's still pretty hard. And you've just got to lead on Lee.
Yeah, that he sees me and can invade my entire bot side.
Just ping on the way here, yeah? Like, whenever you're making a play past the middle, like, whiz ping on the way. Right, let's go. Hold that brush. Yep. How's mid looking, by the way, for a gank? I want to know. Maybe
Unkillable.
maybe it's, yeah. I agree. Just go top, yep. Don't show on the
I'm gonna
wave.
wait on my W. Yeah.
Very good. And if he does dragon here, you're happy, you know?
Yep.
Oh, you something, right?
Mhm.
There you go.
Huge.
You might even just want to flash on him, honestly. Depends up to you. Okay, that's what up.
But
Oh my goodness.
okay.
It's fine though, we're chilling. Lee Sin got a kill, unfortunate. So now, right, that's your play you've made, Haidou, like in this life almost. There's no real like other play to make here, like everyone's kind of chilling. So what are you thinking about doing here?
Clear my bot side, recall for Rift.
Recall now. I'm really surprised he didn't do Dragon, but yeah. You could even, like, maybe here, like, have just ran there, but Talia's gonna have 6 right on ult. Yeah, just go, like, Krugs, Raptors, you're gonna be level 6, and then you can just, like, You can even think here about, like, clearing your Krugs and going to his blue buff, because you'll be 6. He's still low as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Because this guy went to his red buff instead of his blue. So I think here, you try to quickly do Krugs, you smite, you go to bulk crab. So I don't think your Raptors will give you 6, believe it or not. Be very close. Yeah, finish these towards like try or whatever. Doesn't matter if you go over vision. Very good. Ah, perfect. You go on the Soraka or not?
Actually. Ooh. Oh, I don't have flash. I'm trolling.
Whatever. Nice.
There we go.
Unfortunately, Thingy died top. So you've got a choice here. You can either, yeah, you probably just have to do Dragon. You can check his blue, though. You can check his blue.
Okay. So Leah's
there he is. So he's on Gromp. Yeah, just okay. You can go on it. Just go on to left. Go on to left. Oh, I would have just jumped on it. Yeah, go. You see there, Haidou, like how your team can pinch him? You can just start Dragon here. You win fight, right? Because he's only level 5, so. Like there, man, you're tanky enough to withstand whatever they throw at you. Like, you're not going to get one shot after Lee misses his Q, right? So you can be super aggressive there. Now, again, Rift Herald is still up. What's your red buff timer? Press tab. Okay, so you can even, like, recall here if you wanted to and just buy. Yeah, good.
That's what I was feeling, yeah.
Yep.
Just run straight up there.
Yep. Your red buff doesn't even really matter, to be honest.
Might get ripped off of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you gank that lane, you just have to go around, bro. If you have flash, like, straight away, you can just go through lane, right? Lee's bot, by the way, like in a brush. You can just clear here and get a big win. Like, if you just go red Raptors and then into Rift, like, you're chilling. The only thing you worry about is if they get dove, Haidou, that's it.
I think they will, to be honest.
Yeah, so you can cover it. There. Or you just tell them to back off. Like, if they back off, it's doubly good because, yeah, you can go to Rift. I'd go to Rift right now, bro. Don't do Raptors, yep. Straight to Rift. Good. I just really want this mid laner to get priority.
He is in that bush.
Yep, they went.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is really good for you. Sweep. You want to know if stuff's watered here. Good. Winnable game, man. Winnable. That's 100%. All we need. Don't fucking go to any lane here. Like, if he dies, he dies. Yes, it's good. Like, where you are, man, is perfect, right? Because you're in a side lane. Just, yeah, stay in fog. So good, man. So good, Haidou. Wait. Good. Can you die, Blee? Just careful, obviously, to your right, because it's blind. You can go mid. Like, top's chilling, go mid. You want to be close to mid here to cover them, right? It's like counter ganking. So in this game, Haidou starts by invading the Lee Sin's red buff, and he ends up getting the red buff here. Now, as soon as this happens, guys, and you know the enemy jungler is starting on the other side of the map, all you should be thinking about is what the counter play is. Pretty much any time you're making some sort of play on the map, so from like the equator of the rift past onto the enemy side, you're thinking about what is the enemy jungler going to do here? Because we know that Lee Sin does not know this is happening. Maybe Haidou should start with like a sweeper here. And maybe we should have said something like, right, we can invade topside because Jax has Grasp. We have a Pantheon with Conqueror, I think. Xin Zhao with Conqueror. We win 2v2. Syndra Talia is pretty even as well. So we hard win topside here if we late invade. If that's the case, honestly, I should have told Haidou to start with a sweeper. But here you're just thinking about where is Lee Sin going to hit me after he realizes his red buff is gone. Obviously, it's going to be, and make sure if you guys are doing this, by the way, do not show on the wave top. So if there is a wave like in this position, when you run around this corner, you will get spotted by the wave. So make sure that doesn't happen. But anyway, when Haidou gets these Krugs, we need to think, where is Lee Sin's counterplay? That is on Haidou's red buff. So the reason I told him not to gank the Jax here is simply because I think it looks too difficult, and level 3 is normally 2 melees. Jax got first blood on the Pantheon. So if Jax, after getting this first melee minion, I think he's going to hit level 3 here, which then would mean that Haidou just hard loses the 1v1. So that's why I told him not to go there. Thankfully, he doesn't. You guys might be like, what the fuck? But he didn't hit level 3. First of all, it's impossible to actually, maybe know if he's going to hit level 3 there or not. And I still think, even if the Jax is level 2, it's kind of difficult to kill him because he will have E, and he will have Q, and he has a big minion wave. And he also has 600 HP. It's really hard to kill him. Think about this as well. We have a fucking lead on the Lee Sin, man. Why would we want to give this up for something that doesn't look conclusive, yeah? So, we go blue buff. Now, most people here as well might think about going Gromp Walls to top crab. But all you're doing there is just vertical jungling. When you get red buff early game, red buff is just everything, right? I'm sure you guys have seen my recent sessions where I talk about just starting red Krugs Raptors and then you just react to the map, right? You just jungle at that point. But it is such a big thing. So in a 1v1, you don't really care if the enemy jungler just has blue buff and you have red buff, you don't care at all. Which is why I tell Haidou just to go from blue buff into red buff. The reason he can't do any other camp after blue is because of the timing against Lee Sin, right? Lee Sin is going to be here very quickly because Lee Sin has gone blue Grand Bulls into Raptors, into his red. Oh my god, my top side's gone. What the fuck? I'm going to run at the Xin Zhao's red buff straight away here. So Haidou doing this is fine. The other option you guys have, if you think the enemy jungler might be a little bit stronger than you, you might be playing something like, I don't know, fucking Echo or something. But if that's the case, you're never going to late invade. But anyway, let's just say you thought you were weaker or you're really low or something. You can always run around like this, ward the brush, and do your Krugs. And then hit them afterwards. Something you can do. Obviously, ping your teammates there when you see them on vision. But here, Haidou, because he has red buff and he's healthy enough and he's Xin Zhao with Conqueror, can beat the Lee Sin. His spacing here, his kiting is excellent. He kites away from the red buff. This is actually more important than Lee Sin in this situation. Lee Sin is easy. Lee Sin queued over. He's used cooldowns. No worries. We beat the Lee Sin, but we don't want to take damage from red buff. So Haidou kiting away and towards Lee Sin's safety is excellent. Lee Sin actually ends up tanking the red buff more than Haidou. So this is GG, well played. But even at this point in the game, it's still difficult. The reason I tell Haidou to clear his bot side here is because, you might think about going for bot crab, but bot crab is only 120 gold, right? And it's still 15 seconds away that play, and Lee Sin, if he wanted to, might even just run at bot crab. You never know. Now, when Haidou actually does his Krugs and Raptors, it's also based on gold, right? So Krugs Raptors gives him enough for Serrated Dirk, and at this point in the game, because Haidou is going to be so much stronger than Lee Sin, he can pretty much chase the Lee Sin anywhere he wants to hit. So even if Lee Sin, guys, so I told Haidou this, even if Lee Sin was to do something like this, and he's like, right, I know Xin Zhao, he has his Raptors and Krugs up, he's going to clear these. Even if Lee Sin was to go Walls, Gromp, and then back to Crab, Haidou is going to be in a position where he still has red buff because it's refreshed, right? Or not refreshed, sorry, but he just got it recently. He's going to be in a position to chase the Lee Sin at Raptors and Krugs. That's why we can afford... Very important terminology there. That's why we can afford, in terms of time and gold, to do Krugs and Raptors here. We're not actually going to really lose anything. Even if Lee Sin takes Wolves, he might even take Gromp, but by the time we get to our top side, we can just chase him down if he actually has done our camps. We don't care too much about what he does. I say here that he's on top crowd. That was my read. I ended up being right. And then he just runs through mid lane saying, hey guys, here I am running to bot side, even though my Raptors are up, because that's where Haidou started. So this is a little adjustment. Lee Sin's bot side of the map. We run straight to his Raptors. We take these. We take Krugs. At this point, the game is very free. Unfortunately, this was a little bit awkward. I told Haidou just to flash the walls straight away here because time is of the essence, obviously, and you running around, Jackson obviously see him here from the tower, let alone the minion wave. So here it's very important that Haidou actually just insta flashes on the Jax if he wants to try kill him. If not, the gank is just not going to work. And unfortunately, he fails his flash. It was a little too late, but it's whatever. Haidou in this game wanted to actually clear his Raptors and Krugs here. I told him just to recall. Why? Because recalling here, he gets 2 long swords, okay? So first of all, we always want to buy something, right, when we recall. So you can buy 2 long swords, not bad. Also, in terms of pathing here, Rift Herald is going to be up in like a minute 20, right? A minute 20, recall, run to Krugs, Raptors. Rift Herald's going to be up very soon if that's actually the pathing here. But the map kind of changes because I see that Scuttle Crab is up very soon here, and Lee Sin being really kind of like just weaker than Haidou because Xin Zhao is going to hit level 6 off Krugs. Very important as well here, guys. I just kind of like knew this instinctively. The Raptors don't give the Xin Zhao level 6 here. I'm still pretty sure they don't, but Krugs do. Krugs give you the most experience out of any jungle camp in the game, so always do Krugs if you're worried about hitting a level. That's why I tell Haidou here to do Krugs into Crab. If we do Raptors, we're still going to be level 5, just in case Lee Sin is hit. Lee Sin might go from his red buff to this bot Crab. We hit him at level 6 instead of being level 5. Soraka's pushed up. We can just run here. They end up killing her. Nice. In easy. We know Lee Sin because he didn't actually show top after Jax kills the Pantheon here, right? There he is. Jax killing the Pantheon. We know Lee Sin is probably not topside. Also, I cleared his Raptors and Krugs just before, so he's probably going from red buff, like I said, maybe to bot side bot Crab, his blue buff and stuff like this. I actually make a little mistake here in terms of live coaching. I actually should have told Haidou just to run to his red buff straight away. So right here, just run into Lee Sin's blue buff, sorry, not red buff, blue buff. If he's on the blue buff, you can fight him. Depends on Talia, of course, and Zeri can like go over the wall and stuff. So it might be a little bit risky, but that's your first kind of like point of contact here, your first play. Lee Sin misses his Q, so Haidou here can easily just like run towards the Talia. She'll get pinched in time, right, by his team, and they will probably end up getting a kill, but it's whatever. This is still really good, and he ends up doing the dragon. Now, the next thing we looked at in this game, guys, was Haidou after this play, right? When he like tries to gank bot through lane. Never really do this, by the way, unless you have like insane gap closing. So Haidou didn't actually have his flash for that exact play. And unless you have like a Thresh support, it's pretty hard, or like a hard engage to make something happen through lane. So always go around. It's not like you're going to lose anything here. That might be warded, but it's whatever. Much better chance of actually making that play happen. Now, in this situation, right, we actually see Lee Sin in the bot lane, which is really weird to me. And I know instantly here that when I see Lee Sin bot, my brain thinks about his top side. So top side being his 3 camps and also Rift Herald. I know that because he's bot and I'm stronger in a 1v1 because I'm Xin Zhao with Dirk and Warhammer, that I can just get red buff, right? Just drive by this and just insta-run to Rift. And this is a free Rift. Whatever happens here in your lanes, guys, do not fucking leave Rift Herald. If your lanes are fighting, you tell them to back off, because lots of people here will be like, oh, my jungler's on Rift Herald, he's in the top lane, let me fucking fight and bait the enemy top laner. Trash. Don't do it. It's bait as fuck. Do the Rift Herald. You get so much gold, you can always gank top lane afterwards if they're trolling, right? I asked Haidou here what the drag time was. It was like 20 seconds. Not 20 seconds, sorry, like a minute, 20 seconds. That's why we can afford, again, afford to do Gromp and walls. If Dragon was up in 20 seconds, we're going to recall, and then we're going to run to Dragon. I am ahead of the Lee Sin. I don't want to give up anything here. If the game is even as well, and if the enemy team knows that Xin Zhao is still topside, because he just did Rift Herald, if they think he's still topside ganking Jax or like clearing his camps and the drag's up in like 20 seconds, they're going to do it straight away and I lose Dragon. So if Dragon was up really soon here, insta-bait, run to Drake, ping on the way. But because Dragon's up in over a minute here, we can afford, like I said, to do Gromp, to do walls. We're kind of chilling at this point. And that's really like the gist of this coaching session, guys. It's actually like seeing the map in terms of dollar signs, beating the enemy jungler. Hopefully this was really useful to you. Just like I said at the start of the video, if you do want coaching from me, there is Discord down below. You also have Patreon, so you'll get access to all of my coaching sessions. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. It does help me out. It does motivate me as well to make more of these. If you want more kind of like live coaching, like kind of condensed highlights from them, let me know as well in the comments. Any questions about the stuff I talked about, leave them in the comments. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading so many videos at the moment. We're really going to pop off soon. I can feel the power. Let's fucking go. All right, guys, don't be shit. Bye.